This is currently, we're in pain. Alright, okay. So now we should be pretty much ready for LTCGI lighting. So now let's actually go into our bakery lighting. So as I decided to go ahead and get rid of our area lights, I kind of also want to actually add in some strip lights above here. So let's go ahead and make something a little bit custom here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a empty object here. I'm going to call this LED lighting. And in this, I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to create in itself a quant. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this material, I'm going to create a, I'm going to go right click create, and I'm going to create a material. I'm going to turn this into, what I might do, I might turn this into audio link later on, but for now, just to see what it's actually doing, I'm going to make this into just a silent, just always, when in doubt, go silent. And I'm going to turn this emission on, and I'm going to select I'm going to select a lovely, like, I don't know, like not like a magenta. Just like, that's the only thing, like, you go magenta, or like, people, like, go like, is that, whatever. And I increase it by 2. Always click this button because it's easy. That's your actual glow intensity. And then I'm just gonna just like boom right there. All right, sweet. Oh, and also you can use hotkeys to swap between your different tools and stuff like this, which is like W, E, R, and T. So that's how I'm swapping between these. But yeah, and so what I'm gonna actually really do with this is I just actually want some like nice, like, I don't know, some strip lights across this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna create the actual object. Normally when I do my modeling, I actually create like in the mesh the material exactly like this and bake the lighting in. So we're kind of just like using Unity's assets to kind of do that for us. So I'm just gonna just create like little light strips like this. Just like that. And we can bake that in. It's gonna look nice and gorgeous. But for us, I'm gonna go. All right, so I've gone ahead and added these like light strip things. Now with this material, now depending on what color you sort of choose, you can choose any form of color you want. I kind of like this pink hue actually. I kind of like that actually. When we actually like make these static, what this is going to do is when we do the light bake, it'll actually take that emission and actually bake that in. So it actually kind of like bleeds out onto like the walls and stuff like that, and also does contribute to the light pro bake as well. So yeah, no, genuinely, like I absolutely love like how cool like using that as a technique for lighting is. So yeah. So that's the entire reason why I do this. You can do this, as I said, with Era Light, but I like to use it as a mesh in particular, just because I find it to be, I don't know, a lot nicer and also a little bit more optimized in terms of like, I don't know, I just find it a lot nicer for the lighting. That's just my own personal take. Okay. All right, so now that we got our sort of our LED lights in, let's have a look at our actual lights. So as we're going to be using our wonderful tool bakery, this is going to be our tool here. We're going to be using the advanced settings. Yeah, but yeah, let's go. So with this, let's grab all of our spotlights, shall we? Let's type in here. Let's go to spots and boom, select all of these, and let's select all of them and add a bakery. What we're gonna do, we're gonna add a bakery point light, and then I'm gonna hit match to real time. This will literally just turn them all to exactly what they're all set at, which is really nice. And we're also gonna just do this for our point as well. Add a component, bakery point light, and master real time. Sweet, excellent, and delicious. All right, cool. So, as we've done this, now we're gonna go back to our world debugger. Always open up this motherfucker every now and then, because now it's gonna start screaming to you like 50 bakery lists, editor only, and all that kind of things. So let's start auto fixing some of this. Auto fix this as well. Cool, excellent, and we're all good and Gucci. Sweet. Right, cool. All right. Be right back. Okay, so now let's have a look at our bakery settings. So we're going to be using full lighting, directional mode. Now I'm going to select mono SH. Typically, now normally, you want to have all of your materials actually set to mono SH lighting. I actually have issues with it working with LTCGI for some reason whenever I go to, so example, I go to this, and what I do is replace shadow map, tools, update material, and like I basically select this and select mono stage. For some reason it doesn't work well with LTCGI, so but I still put it on here anyway, just because it just, I don't know, do I think it does something? Question mark? I might be very wrong. Do tell me in the comments if I'm very wrong on a couple of things in the demo, but this is just what I do. Adjust even padding. Yep, cool areas, open image denoise. Yeah, that's fine as well. All this kind of stuff. For our test bake, I'm just gonna put it at like 10 texels. So typically lower texels are good for test bakes. That's essentially it. Max resolution, yeah, 512 for the minimum resolution. Bounces, 5 simples. I'm gonna put this about like what, 32? Yeah, 32. It typically likes to work in 8, 16, 32, 64, that type of thing. This just basically just helps. There is a video that I'm doing all in lighting as well that sort of explains all this. So yeah, that'll go a lot more into detail. RTX mode, because I have a GPU that supports that. And tile size, yeah, 4K. All right, cool. Nice. I'm gonna put my temp path. I'm gonna put my temp path back one more, and I'm gonna create a whole new folder called just render. It's just a temp file. And render. Yes, just do a quick little test on what my computer is. And yeah, you can set everything to the recommended as well. Set recommended default. Thank you. All right, cool beans, good beans. All right, sweet. So now I'm just gonna do a render. So let's have a look-see and hit that render button. Let's go. Actually, cancel. That's fine. So now we're finding out what happens when you hit the cancel button on bakery, which it does annoying things. Which is fair. I should have gone through. 'Cause a couple things I missed actually. Okay, so now that we're kind of pretty much ready for our light bake, we're just gonna do a quick double check with our world debugger. Everything should be fine. All right, sweet. So double check our point lights. All right, sweet. Everything's all good. All right, sweet. So everything that is a light, point light, and all this kind of thing, make that all like, you know, pretty much static. And right, so we'll just do a spotlight check as well. Spotlight's cool, awesome. All right, static, sweet, awesome. And also make sure that the entirety of the model itself is also static. So yes, change children, all kind of thing. DJ stuff, pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna make that stack as well. That's, so anything that isn't gonna move, make sure that is set not to static. Anything that isn't gonna move is set to static. This is a reason why, especially for your light bait, is to make sure that things that, obviously you have a light and all that kind of thing, do stick and sort of like create a light map and all that kind of thing, and does all the baking for you, which is kind of very, very important. So we're pretty good here, pretty good there. I wonder if I'm gonna add some spotlights there, actually. There's 2 spotlights here. Why? Okay. Alright, weird. Strange, but okay. Wild. Should be set and good. Sure. Yeah, you do it. Yes. Okay, I'm also gonna add some point lights. I'm not gonna lie with you, Chief. Could just add some, like, I don't know, some general, like, room ambience. It doesn't really matter, like, exactly where you edit the exact specifics. As long as you hit match real time at the end of it, that's kind of where the importance is. I'm gonna have, like, a warm hue to these. And then match to real time, intensity. I'm gonna have this set to 2 instead. Okay, and we should be pretty good on the lighting front now. So let's make sure those together look good. All right, sweet. Make sure our build report's all good. All right, sweet, excellent. Everything's all static that we want it to. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're all good here. So here's a good practice. Before you actually ever bake, make sure that you have cleared things. So clear any light bake data that might be there, as well as go to lighting. So this little like tab down here, and then clear light bake data. Cool, nice, excellent, wonderful. And now we're just gonna go ahead and do our light bake. So 10 textiles, those kind of thing, all of our settings. And let's go for our bake. Let's go. Oh, and also always do a control save beforehand, and then you want to do your render. And this will take a while, so I'll skip ahead to that. Okay, right. And hopefully, if you've done this right, and you haven't crashed like I did and had to restart your PC, you should now have a decent light bake. Oh, and also when you do your light bake, make sure to hit render reflection probes if you have all of those set up as well. This world does have those all of those set up as well for you, so you shouldn't have to worry too much. But just to sort of like give you a little bit of an example what they are. That is this is what a reflection probe sort of looks like. They sort of sit in world, they sit statically, and they sort of just bake in a general reflection in and around all things necessary, which is quite nice. Cool, right. Also, you are no roughness. You are fully there. Thank you very much. Perfect, excellent. So let's carry on, shall we? So what else we got? Yeah, all of our lighting is baked, as you can see here, sort of as we were wanting earlier on. And this is looking pretty nice, actually. A little bit dark over here, so we might redo the lighting and add just a little point light here, just to keep things a little bit more brighter. As you can see here, this one is kind of doing it, but we need just a little bit more nice and warmer lighting. And also these can be light adjusted, but this is what you're sort of looking at when you're doing your sort of light bakes, and how you can adjust things. So actually let's go ahead and do make those adjustments now, whilst we can, before we actually do the full on before we do the actual full on thing for the LTCGI. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so now that we've done our light bake and we've also made sure that we've hit our little render reflection probes, it's basically pretty much that for bakery. You don't have to hit the light probes. Now, actually, this is something we haven't gone over. I'll explain this in the actual lighting video that we're gonna do. But let's have a look at this. Light. Probe. Yeah, light probe. Okay, cool. So you'll probably notice like these weird little balls in your light bake now. What these are the light probe group. Now, light probes, they essentially bake in the data that is emitting from like certain places. So example, like it'll bake in I'll explain this also. I will explain this in the proper video, but basically this bakes in the dynamic moving lighting for dynamic objects. So that way, you don't have to calculate it all the time. So it basically goes like, okay, I'm roughly gonna know the lighting's gonna look like this in this area, so I'll pull that and just make anything that's moving that color. This is pretty standard for anything that you are doing baked. Otherwise, avatars won't light properly. So you typically want to have this working on. But yeah. So as you can see, like when we bake it, you can see all these ping pong balls. You can actually get rid of those in the gizmos. So you can either just like make them all things small, or if you want, you can go in and turn them all on and off individually. Cool. But to be fair, I'm pretty happy with this. Like the lighting's nice. It's good. It's it's bleeding off where I want it to. I can see that the light pros are pretty much doing their thing in a nice way. So let's go. All right, sweet. So next thing I want to think about is sort of like so now that I've done a log rig, I can actually see what our materials are doing. So I can actually see like, okay, this fridge is way too shiny. So I'm gonna like bump that roughness up way up. I might actually like make it about like there. Actually, that's really nice actually. There, see, that's what we're looking for. I'll keep some of that actually. I'm gonna keep that nice and reflective. This floor, don't know. This carpet, definitely, this needs change. So this is where you can actually see like the differences in like what you want in terms of like, you know, yeah, how you want your materials and stuff to look. Okay, it's looking nice. Not looking too bad. I like these stairs. These stairs are nice. Stairs looking delicious. So yeah, I knew this floor. This floor is gonna be a pain. Let's have a look at this. Let's change here. Yeah, that's nice. There we are. That's good. I feel like maybe the walls are just a little bit too wet, so we're just gonna just like increase that just a smidge. Nice, there we go. Sweet. And you are way too wet. There we go, that's a lot nicer. Okay, right. I'm gonna have this floor as is because I kind of like that. That's really nice actually. And this table though, I'm gonna change that. Some roughness maybe. That'll do. That'll do. All right, cool beans. Right, let's have a look at our our LTCGI, shall we? Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. All right, cool. So now that we're done with this, as following the tutorial by Riva, which you should probably have a look at, definitely for sure for this part, I'm now going to go to the LTCGI controller here. It's going to hopefully... Affected renderers, 2 screens, which is all good. All right, I'm gonna force update it, nice and easy. All right, so now I'm just gonna hit this fake shadow map, and we're gonna pray to God. So I'm gonna stop the recording here. Now, once you've done the LTCGI shadow map, you'll probably see like a bunch of things now all red. This is all stuff that's actually being affected by the LTCGI bake itself. So you can see here on the screen, which is quite nice, which is what we want. And then we also have stuff over here as well. So we know that it is now actually fully working as intended. So we're now going to go ahead and do another bakery bake. Also, LTCGI will ask if you're using a bakery. Please say yes if you are using bakery. Okay, and now that you've gone ahead and done your final bakery bake, you should be pretty good. I'm liking how the lighting is looking now. It's set pretty nicely with our own like sort of like edits here and there, which is it's pretty good, cute, which is pretty nice. So let's have a quick look-sees by hitting the play button, see what we can do. Okay, so here we are. We're now good. We can actually see, yeah, our lighting is a little bit dim on the inside, but to be fair, I don't really mind that too much. Like, it's pretty okay. Like, let's go have a look in here. Oh yeah, this is hella dim. Something went wrong with the lighting here. We need to fix all this. That's not a problem. Let's have a look here. Same thing going on over there. Not no worries. But over here, at least we do have some good lighting. All right, cool. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, it seems everything's all baked in. All right, cool. Everything's all functional here. I can move around a little bit. I'm gonna have to adjust like some of the colliders so that way I can move around and grab some of this stuff. But yeah, this is looking nice though. Look at this. This is pretty cute. Pretty nicely done. I need to move the colliders here, obviously. But yeah, this is all pretty nice. Oh, and around the pillow as well. Nice, sweet. But yeah, and then obviously you got the DJ spot. Like, oh sweet. Whoa, let's go. Party and all this, sweet, nice. And the video players, you won't be able to actually see anything or hear anything until you actually get this into game. So we'll give that a little test in a moment. But first of all, we need to figure out what's going on with the lighting over there, and you know, just do our general fixes. So let's go ahead. Okay, so basically what we've done here is we've essentially done a ton of like little like lighting edits and stuff like this, like, you know, just some sort of stuff like this. So now we need to actually do a clear. So what we're gonna do here is the LTCGI clear process. What we want to do is clear the bake data. So you can go out to the bakery tab up here, utilities, and then you can go clear big data and all this kind of thing. You can have this delete light map file as well. Hit clear and hit that. Then also go down to the lighting tab over here, hit clear baked data as well. And then after that, you want to go down to your LTCGI controller, which is all the way down here. And then you want to clear the baked data from this as well on top of that. It's a lot of process. I know it's painful, but you get used to it. Anyway, and then we're good for another light bake. So what I'm actually doing, I'm pretty happy with how this light bake is looking. So I'm actually gonna bump. So what I'm gonna do, I'm now gonna start bumping things up. I'm gonna bump this up to like what, 20. This will increase the light map file size itself, but we can actually do some compression afterwards. I'll show you how to do all that. And 30, miss a boost, all this kind of stuff. Most of that is ambient inclusion by 1. So there's some ambient inclusion. There's, yeah, actually cool, excellent. All right, let's do our save and render. Alrighty, so we're pretty good on the light bake now, actually. Like, everything looks nice and swanky. Like, look at all this. This is all delicious, all fantastic. Like, oh, it's fancy, good views. The lighting looks, oh, love this. This is gorgeous. But yeah, like it's looking pretty good and Gucci right now. So what we're gonna do actually is, so LHCI should be baked in. I'm just gonna double check actually. Can I do something quickly? But anyway, that should all be big in. I'm just gonna make sure my material as well is good. All right, we're all good. So what I'm actually gonna do, I actually kind of want to audio link like these bars a little bit. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna click on this. So I'm gonna go to this material here, and I'm gonna leave this material be. I'm not going to duplicate it or anything like that. You can duplicate it for safety reasons, but you can always go back. Like, this is such a simple material, you can always go back to it. I'm going to go to audio link, and I'm going to go to surface, and just react to surface. And then I'm going to increase its emission scale by, like, what, 6? I'm going to increase you to, like, 3. And I'm also going to have the... on base, sure, why not? I have it pulse. Yeah, I'm gonna pulse like that. So that way it just kind of pulses through the whole venue, which is gonna be nice. I have it like 8. Alright, so that should be glowy and all this kind of thing. That should be a lot of fun. I'm actually gonna like rotate some of these actually. Alright, cool. So, I kind of got that. It's actually one more asset I want to add in quickly. Actually, downloaded it earlier. And I'm just gonna add in the McNell cigarette system because I don't know, I kind of like it for like this chill, funky vibe world. I don't know, it just fits in well. Disclaimer: smoking is bad for you. Alrighty, so now we're kind of at a really good point to actually start thinking about our optimization process. Now this is we're gonna start compressing like textures as well as light maps and all this kind of thing, occlusion, and a couple of other bits and pieces, which is sort of like the final steps that I usually do. Oh, also, just a quick note, go into your audio link, input, when you have this in, and click on the video player down at the very bottom. So you click on the audio link input here, scroll all the way at this bottom, and then click this one, and then make sure you're on AV Pro 1080. This will make sure that it actually brings in the sound to the audio link and makes it do other things. If you don't, otherwise it won't work or do anything. And then always make sure that everything's all linked up, and it should all be good and Gucci. Let's go. All right, so now we got all of our lighting all pretty much good. Everything's in, everything's all Gucci. All right, sweet. Let's start thinking about our optimization. So first things first, so thankfully the World Toolkit over here has a texture importer. So what we can do is you go to the Mass Texture Importer, click on this button, and it will come up with this. So basically what this does is you can actually change yeah, you can change all of the necessary like textures that are already in the scene. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna choose max size is going to be like I'm gonna put things down to 1K, actually. Max size is gonna be 1K. And then ignore when it's... Yeah, ignore about that. They're okay. And it will do is compression as well. So it's going to grab this from the scene. So grab all the textures from the scene. And then we're going to hit apply. And yes. Now we're going to sit here for a while. And why not hit up a word from our sponsors. I'm assuming Future Lily has not a sponsor video. I wonder what she's up to. Actually, sort of gone ahead with our texture compression using the World Toolkit. We're gonna actually have a look and see what is actually done here. So you can see like a storage size says 86 megabytes. We can probably get it. We can probably get it a little lower. We can definitely get it lower. Definitely get it lower. So let's have a look-sees. So I'm gonna click on this button here, and we're gonna have a look at texture here. And it's saying it is currently at 2K. We can't really have that, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a cheeky. I'm just gonna scrap all of this. I'm just gonna select them all, and I'm just gonna do Control Save quickly. And I'm gonna make all of these textures. I'm gonna make all these textures 1K. Crunch compressed, and at about 80. And we apply. So what this is doing is actually like changing the resolution of these textures. So some of them were set to like 2K, which is kind of unnecessary in some places. And we can also compress it further by actually compressing, like actually crunching it a little bit further. So this actually makes the memory a lot less. So it's a lot easier for upload. Because like this world does not need to be like 86 megabytes. And that's what the current texture size is saying. That on top with the light map and all that kind of thing, nah, we ain't doing that. So let's actually have a little bit of a dig. So typically, yeah, you want to go through and have a look through pretty much all your textures for this. There may be a quick way of doing this quickly. Let me double check. But typically, yeah, you just want to go through all your textures and just drop them down to like a nice, reasonable resolution. If you necessarily need them at a higher resolution, do choose that. But obviously, that's going to affect your memory size and all this. Okay. So here is a really quick way to like kind of find pretty much all your textures in one go. You just type in T and then do the the double dot and then texture. Literally no spaces and all that. It will bring up everything that is actually in itself a texture, including normal maps and all those things. But as you can see, it's kind of finding everything. So we kind of don't want to like it's a little bit too much. So let's have a look at this in text, and yeah, it can literally have a look-see here. So let's have a look-sees a little bit further and find out what we can do. So typically you go through all of like your asset packs here, like the necessary ones that are like being used, and you can actually do that texture like search. So we're gonna actually do this quickly for example. Just do this. So I'm gonna have a look and copy this one. I'm gonna do this T texture in mini green, and look at this. I'm gonna change all of this, and this is actually pretty good. Oh, they know what they're doing. Okay, cool. We don't have to worry about mini green. Mini green knows what they're doing. It's fine. Let's have a look at in mini green. Now let's have a look here. Actually, no MGR. Let's have a look here. So it's kind of like, so as I'm going through all of this, this is where you'll start to recognize like how annoying finding compression and textures are when doing all of this. So let's yeah, it can be quite tedious. Like I'm literally going through all of this as best as possible just to find out where like anything that is like over like 2K. I want to like can convert all that to like, at least like 1K 512 type situation. So I'm gonna do this like Apply here, thank you. $2K. Okay, right here. And I'm just gonna smack all of it down to like 1K. But yeah, so I'm literally just going through each and every single file, which I'm pretty much using. So like the billiards, any props, stuff like that. Going in, just typing in T double dot texture, and then yeah, T colon texture. And then yeah, you're pretty set to like find out where all your compression is. And this is where like yeah, this is the art of compression and optimization. This is how you get things to like be pretty much Quest compatible. But yeah, I typically don't do Quest compatibility because I'm lazy like that. But you can pretty much make everything Quest compatible. You can do everything like this. You can also do this really enough with the light maps, which I'll show you how to do so in a second. So I'm just gonna just do all this to make sure we're all good, and I'm just gonna make sure boom up here, and I'm just gonna make sure it's all like 1K, compression, and apply. Cool. So yeah, now I'm just actually going to go into the light maps for a quick second. So in the bigger light maps, you can find all of this. So if you click on, so you don't want to click on the rainbow ones. Rainbow ones, you leave those alone. But you click on these two, so we've only got like 2 light maps, which is pretty nice actually. These are 512. You're fucking shit. You're fucking with me, right? You're fucking with me, right? Okay. All right. So I just accidentally made the sliding stupidly optimized, and this is like probably down to like this model. This model is probably really well done for his light map. So yeah, this is really nicely done. Essentially, what we're doing is what you can do. You can actually click on these, and you can say like compress these. You can compress them if you wanted to. So we're gonna just apply that. And yeah, it'll just like help with like the memory massively. But yeah, this is you're pretty good here. Like I can't do anything with the that's just native resolution. That's sweet. Carry on. We're good. But yeah, that's it for like pretty much like memory compression, all this kind of thing. You can also go into like, you know, double make sure, like, all right, I'm gonna click on you. Oh, I see you. I see some weird textures. We can always click on. That's pretty okay actually. That's not too bad. All right, okay. But I'm gonna press compression. Hey, we're good. All right, so I'm pretty good here. So now we're gonna work on our occlusion. So typically you can go into like a window up here, into like rendering and occlusion culling. You can make an occlusion window and all kind of thing, and we're going to go to our occlusion areas. We're gonna create a new occlusion area. Where are you? You are here. Sweet, excellent, delicious. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna simply, so I'm gonna have like just a few of these. You typically want to have occlusion boxes stretched out and marked to where the camera or the people really typically are gonna be. And you can have these in separate like sort of segments. So up here in this main room here, I'm gonna have all this actually one single like occlusion area. Because I don't want people really popping in and out of existence too much. So I'll just make this up here. I'm gonna bring it up there. I'm gonna bring the top. Whoops. And I'm gonna bring that down. And you know what? Actually, fair. I'm just gonna make the entire world. Like, why not? I'm lazy. We're just gonna make it as such. But typically, yeah, you want to have like this like in its own like individual like little sections where people will pop in and out of existence. But you know what? We're just gonna do the basics like this, and we're gonna have it on its pretty like for its base default settings are pretty okay. So you're just gonna hit this big button, and you're just gonna let it do its thing. It's gonna do all this like weird like Tron pixel thingy, which is pretty funky. But yeah, that's the occlusion pretty much done. And you're good to go. So, click off of that, just gonna click off here, and we're good to go. So, occlusion's done. You've now done your light bake, all this kind of thing. You've done some compression. Everything now should be functioning really good, really fast, and all this kind of thing. And yeah, it should be all set to go. So let's actually, you know what? Let's have a look-see and see what the VRChat SDK has to say. Because although we hit here and hit clear, the SDK can itself sometimes actually sort of like complain. What do you want, Cat? So I'm gonna put in my details quickly. I'm gonna put this over here. All right, cool. So now they should be pretty much logged in and ready to go. So now we got this, and if you go into your world, so we're gonna have a look at our world info. Have a look at the world, and then we should all be good. And then always have a look at the pipeline manager for the blueprint, and it should all be clear. We're all good and fine. Sweet, excellent. So we're going to quickly auto fix these just for resync on video players, and this will help for the spatial audio spatialization thing that VRChat requires. As long as you're all good, look at this. We're all good. All right, let's have a look. See. So we're just going to quickly have a quick build and publish of our world. You can also do a quick build-in test, but we're going to do a publish just to make sure everything is actually kind of working properly. And now we are pretty good. We are now uploaded to VRChat, and here it is. The full video, everything's all working. I can hear all the music and everything. That's a little bit loud on my end, actually. So just bring it down a smidge. All right, sweet. But yeah, as you can see, we have full LTCGI. That's all working. We also have our cool funky shader for the TV screen, which you get up close. It's affecting all the lighting. We also have all the audio link, as you can see all that doing its funky stuff as well. Yeah, we're pretty good here. Our world is done at first try. We're here in VRChat looking at the world as it is. All I did after the world update itself was just simply like add in like a couple of textures, which are very simple to do. You just simply drag and drop a material onto a plane and then adjust as necessary. But that's pretty much it. It's all here, all functional. All the audio link is all working. The LTCGI screen. Also, you can tell when you get close to it, it has like the LED like shader effect from Noribend, which is really nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. And as well, we also have the full coffee functioning machine system as well. Just give this quick test. Always give everything a quick test as well when you're running through. So just make sure. Yep, it you know does make the coffee. All right, pretty good so far. All right, sweet. I'm just gonna add this. Gonna go here and then add you as well, and then extract. Yeah, we're pretty good at this point. Like, yeah, this world is pretty functional. So I'm very happy with this. So yeah, if you want to come by, I'm gonna make this world public for people to go see as well, so you can always have look-sees. But also this demo world, this demo will be up on for anybody to watch and you know, hopefully learn a couple things as well. But yeah, other than that, thank you, take care, and toodaloos.